My name's Brendan and I love food. My favorite food is my mum's food. My mum is from East Timor and she came to Australia in the late 70s and worked in the Chinese restaurant business for over 30 years. But one thing she never did was teach me how to make these classic Timorese dishes. Now, I've only made a few of these dishes before, but I've invited 3 special guests who are the next generation of uncle and aunties to see if I'm on the right track. All right, welcome to today's episode. We are going to make Caldeirada or Caldeirada, which is in Portuguese. Garlelada is the Timorese pidgin of a Portuguese word. It's very much a Portuguese-inspired dish. I think I've only had it a few times at like other people's houses. My mum actually never made it at home, mainly because my dad doesn't like lamb. So this dish is about the lamb. It's essentially just a lamb stew. The interesting thing to note about this dish is the use of a beer as kind of like a stew base. Yeah, you can use that or you can use wine, but I've seen most Timorese people use beer. Let's make it. Let's season up this lamb. A little pepper. Now we're going to fry up the lamb. A swig of olive oil. Olive oil, again, the Portuguese influence. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it in. While that's browning up, let's cut up some onions. I think we're just gonna go for a nice, like, medium dice. This should be pretty much done. Just a nice brown to trap all the juices in there, I think. I'm gonna add the onions. So we're gonna cut up some garlic quickly. I really hate cutting garlic. It is so small. Cut, 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 cut. This is my journey with garlic. Every time I get to this bit, I'm just like, ugh. All right, I'm gonna chuck the garlic in there now. All right, let's give it a little stir. Okay, and basically you just wanna get the onions brown, or soften at least. I don't even get why my dad doesn't like lamb. It's good. He says it's too gamey or too like meaty. Doesn't make sense. I mean, we've always been like a chicken household anyway, come to think of it. We're gonna cut up some carrots. Again, just like a nice chill dice. What is that? Chill dice, that's a chill dice. So we're gonna add the carrots. Oh yeah. Give a little mix around. About 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. And then we're gonna add in 3 tablespoons of paprika. I love paprika. It gives a little nice little spicy kick. Spice without the spice. We're gonna add in 3 bay leaves. And then also beer. No. Yeah, let's just do it the rustic way of just using our hands and a spoon. A bottle of beer, so 330 mils of beer. Basically the beer's in there, but I'm just gonna fill it up a little bit just to get to a nice level with the lamb. Just so that everything's kind of submerged nicely. I reckon like 1 liter. Let's put 1 liter. So now that's all submerged, I'm gonna just cover it and put it on low for about an hour. While that happens, I'm gonna start cutting up some potato and then also I'm gonna cut up some capsicum, which we're gonna put very last. We basically just want a nice medium dice. One of my first jobs at my uncle's restaurant was to peeling potatoes and then peeling onions. Those were my jobs. The summer of 2003. Cool, and then cut some capsicum. I know there's a better way to cut this, but I haven't learned that yet. So with these capsicums, we're just gonna again, dice it real medium, real rustic fare. That's all chopped up, and now we wait until this is done, which is about an hour, and then we add the potatoes in. All right, I'm just gonna put it a little bit higher and let it boil for about 20-ish minutes, and then we're gonna add in the capsicum next. Let's put this in. Some there. All right, let's eat. Okay, this is Garlelada. What's your memories of Garlelada?
A staple from childhood. My dad used to make this heaps. I probably didn't like it as much when I was growing up until older. But yeah, definitely a very Timorese dish, inspired by Portuguese.
It was definitely a staple in our family, but what you're missing is crusty bread.
Yes.
You have to serve it with crusty bread.
It wasn't a staple as much as tuki, but we did have this a fair bit.
Yeah, and did you also have a bread?
My parents did. I prefer having it with rice.
Because I think I've had this as well, but I'd never had with bread. I had it with just rice.
Although I've had it with no bread or rice, so.
Just have it on its own.
Yeah.
I'll serve you up. Save this. Thoughts?
It's not as thick as I'm used to in terms of the sauce. It's a little more watery, but the potatoes are actually done really nicely. Carrot, capsicum as well. So, you know, for me, you're on par, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
I think it's missing seasoning.
Okay.
Our one was a bit more sweeter. I think there's a difference between using green capsicum and red capsicum. I think the red one adds a bit more sweetness to it.
Okay, sure.
What kind of meat did you use?
I used, I think, lamb shoulder again, yeah.
I think you need more fat and bone.
Yeah.
One of the ones that we have been doing is using lamb shank.
Okay.
And that just brings it to a different level.
Right.
But a lot of times you just use lamb forequarters.
Yeah.
Because you've got a bit of the bone, a bit of the fat.
Right, okay, cool. So really the bones are really instrumental to all this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
Other than the seasoning, I think it's pretty close.
Okay.
To improve it, probably cook it a bit longer so the meat is softer.
Right, okay, cool. Nice, nice. What would you rate it as?
I'm leaning between 6 and 7 because, yeah, I do agree having a bit more fat would help. Yeah, maybe I'll feel lenient 7.
10, okay.
I feel the same as well. So about the 6 or 7, but like it looks like what it is.
It looks like what it's supposed to be?
Yeah, it looks like what it's supposed to look like.
You're almost there with this one.
Yeah.
I think I'd give 7.5.
Thank you. Cool. All right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I think we're in the ballpark of this. So you know, at least we're in the same house of Garlelada, which rather than being in like a completely different neighborhood, you can taste the Portuguese influence in this.
Yes.
I think. I mean, we use beer in this recipe. Maybe the traditional ones to use wine.
Wine.
We use white wine.
White wine. Yeah.
But a lot of times they use beer. That's it.
Yeah.
Like it's whatever alcohol is available.
Yeah, because it just gives that umami kind of taste, the savoury taste, right?
And so maybe the beer is what is giving it not a sweet taste.
Right.
So it depends on the wine you probably use.
Yeah, true. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. I think I'm okay. I think I'm at a confidence level. I think I'm also a bit of a 6 or 7. I'm alright. I'm okay, especially because it's a dish that I don't really make that often. I don't have it as much in my house. I feel like I'm disadvantaged with these dishes because Timorese cooking uses a lot of lamb, and my dad doesn't like lamb. So I've only grown up with a lot of beef and chicken in my households, mostly chicken actually. So using lamb has been just like a real new experience for me, and so it's okay. But I'm learning. It's fine. We can try and get it right for the next time.
And I think the key is you need lamb with a bit of fat and a bit of bone for all your dishes.
And for all my dishes, all that.
Yeah.
The free combos right there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, if you have a Garlelada recipe that's better than this, tell me. Again, contact my mum. She'll call me. I'll learn.